today I have another small businesses slash Etsy haul for you. Now straight up, I'm just going to quickly apologise for having to film in here today. I've done my best with this setup, but I really apologise if the camera moves when my butt moves, because I do have to rest my tripod on the sofa, but unfortunately due to the whole pandemic I'm still not home, and I probably won't get home until kind of the end of August, which is really annoying. But to lighten my day and made my day and my week so much better was this custom order which I got from Beaniemamas Bazaar. Now I did come across this Etsy store quite a while ago. It had been in my favourites list for quite a long time, and I'd seen a few things of theirs pop up before. I posted on my girl group literally back before lockdown even happened, just saying, has anyone got an Etsy store or a small company, a small business shop, which they may think I'd like. And the lady who runs this store reached out and said they do have an Etsy store, but you can get custom orders through her Facebook store. So I was like, okay. So I did go over to her Etsy store, and there's such a lovely range on there. She does literally describe, I have it here on my phone, she describes her store as crochet curiosities for the strange and unusual. So these are kind of crocheted items. I've seen like magical and mystical tea cozies. She's done Beetlejuice things. I've seen her make actual like clothing. She does animals, she does Halloween stuff, she does really gothic stuff, she does loads of horror stuff. Like literally straight away when I scroll down I can see like Friday the 13th going on, I see a bit of Tim Burton, and then some, I think this is Hannibal. Yep, a little bit of Hannibal, again more kind of Tim Burton stuff, some like mystical pieces, some just like clothing. There's such a fantastic range of things that she sells on this store. So as you girls know, I am absolutely obsessed with getting like personalized things and things which are kind of like unique to me and like one-off pieces. So when it came to me thinking about what I would like to have crocheted, because I really did want something, I then had the most fantastic idea ever. Because you know how I am like obsessed with axolotls? I recently made a whole axolotl haul. I thought I would get a little crocheted Rupert. So I have got a couple of axolotl toys, but I haven't actually got any in the correct colours. So I wanted a somewhat lifelike Rupert. I ordered this, and then I went ahead and ordered something else, which is just out of shot, but I will move him to here so you can see him. I got a little Jeff as well. So I did order 2 custom pieces, and I am hoping come future paydays to slowly just order the rest of my animals, but I thought I'd just start with these 2. So the production time on these were really quick, especially as they were custom made. I did actually order them separately because I ordered the axolotl with like one paycheck, if that makes sense, and then I ordered Jeff with the next one, but then I told her she might as well just wait and send them together just because there's a pandemic going on, and I completely understand for small businesses taking an extra trip to a post office is not always the easiest thing. So this axolotl was done so quickly. I think it was done within kind of a week of me ordering it, and then with the chameleon she did buy a pattern, and then there was a bit of a queue obviously of other people who had ordered, so it did take slightly longer, but all in all it took around 3 weeks from ordering these 2 things. And as I said, I did order them on separate occasions for them to arrive to me. So they did arrive with like first class shipping. They got here like obviously really quickly from when she shipped them. So I did order these through Facebook, which just means everything was done through the like Facebook Messenger. So I did pay it through PayPal. Now I chose to pay friends and family just because I do really trust this company, but it's completely up to you whether or not you want to pay for goods and services. I would always recommend paying goods or services if you're not 100% about something, just because it does give you that slight bit of coverage. I honestly can hand on heart say that I paid friends and family, just because this was a business that I trusted, but it's completely down to you, and I don't think you should feel any pressure either way. In all cases I'd have a chat with the seller and just explain why you're doing it. So I did pay through PayPal, and that kind of meant that unlike paying through Etsy, I didn't have the whole kind of checkout screen which comes with like the shipping details and all that jazz. So everything was done through Messenger, and then when she shipped it, she really kindly sent a proof of postage just to kind of prove that she shipped it. And because it was sent signed for delivery as well, I could literally just like track where it was, so it was really handy. And these got here really quickly, as I said. So they were gorgeously packaged in this little drawstring bag. They were both kind of cutely tucked away, and there was also a really cute little handwritten note addressed to me, which was so lovely. I think that's one of the things I love about Etsy stores and small like independent run stores and businesses, is that they do go like that extra mile just to kind of make it personal. And so yeah, I was really grateful for that. So let's get down to the goods. I'll bring Jeff down here. They both cost £24, which I thought was really reasonable for the fact that they are kind of custom pieces. So I thought the pricing was really good, and they just kind of met and exceeded every expectation which I had for this company. So let's start with Rupert. I did ask her how big she thought would be best, and she said slightly bigger than true to size, if that makes sense. Slightly bigger than the size it is, which this is exactly correct. I kind of left it down to her because I thought she is the expert. Crocheting is one thing which I just cannot get my head around. With every other craft I've been able to pretty much crack it, but crocheting I just cannot understand. So she made my Rupert in the correct colours. I sent her loads of pictures of Rupert. The same with Jeff. I just sent her lots of pictures so she could get an idea of how he looked, just to kind of confirm that it was right. And I am just so pleased with him. I'm going to take him to school and he's going to be our like little mascot. I've taken the other axolotl plush that I have at school, which is the green and the blue one, and the kids absolutely love it, and I've had this on the side for a couple of days. I started back at school, which is just why I'm so exhausted and why uploading and stuff has been a little bit slower, but I took my other one to school and the kids were so excited and they were all like fighting over who got to hold it, and now I'm like just so excited to take this in. I've been wanting to make this video literally so I could take this in and just let it loose in the classroom, because the kids are just gonna go absolutely crazy for him. So this is my little Rupert. As you can see, it's so adorable. I love the kind of little flooves which are at the top. I think they are so cute. She's even gone into like the effort of giving him little toes, which are just adorable. And I think there is like some kind of a wire or something in its legs, because they are slightly like bendable. Like you can alter how they look, so they can be kind of straight up flat if you want them, or you can like bend them to be more on an angle, which I thought was really cool. I didn't know that was going to be like a feature, I guess, of it, but I mean, I think it is fantastic. Now, another thing which I really liked is the facial features. So it has been shown to have like a little kind of crease where its mouth is, and then the eyes are button eyes. Now I personally have no issue with like button eyes at all. I know some people do fear with really young children that they could like chew on them and peel them off. So if you do have that worry, I would 100% just send her a message and be like, can I have it without them? And I am 99.9 million% sure that she would be totally happy to meet that, because after all, these are all custom pieces and they are made to order as well, so you are able to make slight changes if you wanted to. So I love the eyes, and I love the fact that there is slight darkening around the eyes too. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a slightly dark kind of shade of pink around the eyes, which really gives it like character and definition and stops it from just being like one blob of pink. It just gives it a bit of individuality, which I really like. And actually Rupert, my own axolotl, does have some discoloration anyway around his face, so it just works perfectly. And then as you can see, there are these like wild floofs coming out of the side, which are just perfect, just amazing. So these are the axolotl's gills, and they are actually made out of blood vessels, so they are a darker colour in real life, and this shows it perfectly. I also love the back of them. I think they're really interesting to look at, and I just think they're very accurate for just how crazy and all over the place my Rupert, my axolotl's gills look. So I'm just so pleased with this. The workmanship is insane. As you can see, it's just so neat and so uniform and just so professional, and I could not be happier with my little Rupert. So after I ordered Rupert, I did then go ahead and order Jeff. So Jeff is my chameleon. Jeff lives in this big tank here. I've had quite a few things in the past commissioned to do with Jeff. You may be able to see like just there in the corner, I had like a portrait drawn of me and Mike and Jeff. So Jeff has been the subject of many pieces of artwork, but I was yet to have Jeff in a 3D form. And after I ordered Rupert, I thought, well, if I'm taking Rupert to school, I really want one for home. And yeah, I love Jeff. Jeff does live here at Mike's house, so when I am in my usual situation, when I am at home, I don't get to see Jeff every day, and that's just down to spacing, because as you can see, he needs so much space. That's about like just over 1 meter by 1 meter, so it just takes up a whole desk, quite literally. So I wanted a little Jeff that I could have at home as well, and this fitted it perfectly. So again, I sent loads of pictures of Jeff and just kind of showed what his colours were like, what his markings were like. He has blue down his back. He is a chameleon, so his colours are changing constantly depending on his mood, depending on the atmosphere, depending on like what time of the day it is, if he's awake, if he's asleep. He also changes colour with every shed, so it's like one of those things where it's really hard to kind of create a representation of something that changes colour constantly. But she was able to get all of his main features, which is the blue down his back, the blue kind of lightning through here, and like the orange stripes on his tail. The rest of him is either usually this green colour, or sometimes it kind of flips between either green or red. I think that this is a really good representation of what he does generally look like, how I would kind of describe him looking. So again, I sent loads of pictures of Jeff. She then sent me back, I think it was 3 or 4 different patterns which she'd found for chameleons, and asked which one I preferred. There were so many different options, and there was chameleons in different positions, but I just really liked this one, and also it kind of means it can slot onto stuff and kind of look like it's holding on, which I just really liked. As you could see, I had him slotted on this clothing stand, which is actually Jeff's free roam, so that's kind of where Jeff is all the time anyway, when he's not in there. But again, it's just absolutely gorgeous. The workmanship is insane. It's so professionally done. I love all the shades of colour, and I have no idea how she does that, like how she is able to manipulate colours in that way and get them to like just be there perfectly. It must have taken so much work to keep changing in and out of shades. At least kind of with Rupert, he was pink so you could kind of stick with one colour, whereas I completely appreciate that this must have been a lot of to and froing with different colour yarns. But I am just so obsessed with it. It looks so cool. Again, it does have the little bead eyes, so if you did want to have something similar without those eyes, just send her a message. He has a little mouth which is like so adorable, and honestly I am just so chuffed with this. I'm so excited, and I'm so pleased to have a 3D version of my Jeff boy, who I mean he is 3D because he's alive, but I just wanted one to have at my home too. So yes, these were the 2 custom pieces which I got from Beaniemamas Bazaar. I will now chuck up on the screen a few other examples of custom pieces which she's made, just to give you some ideas of the kind of things which you could be ordering or asking for. I just think she is so incredibly talented, and to be able to fit so many different types of styles and personalities and wants and needs into one company is absolutely astounding, and just the talent of this is absolutely insane. Like, it blows my entire mind. As I said, I did have a go at doing some crocheting, and it was just, I found it completely impossible. So to be able to just manipulate yarn in this way to make these amazing creations is absolutely insane. As I said as well, these both cost £24, which I thought was just so reasonable for the time, the skill, the talent, and also to buy like the wool to make it as well is just insane. And I am so grateful that she was able to do this. I've had it before where I've kind of put a project idea out there and some people have just said it is too hard for me to try. Like, I've not done that before and I don't want to like try it, and for her to kind of take this challenge, and I know that these are potentially things that she's not had to make before, to take the challenge and to like literally get it so right is insane, and I'm just so thankful. So if you are looking for a little 3D something, or even some clothing, or you've just got an idea for someone and you think, do you know what, it would be so cool if I could have this and I can't find it on the market, I 100% recommend heading over to Beaniemamas Bazaar. I will leave all the links and everything that you need down in the description below. I 1,000,000% just recommend heading over there, pitching your idea to her, and she is just so positive and so amazing, and just I absolutely just appreciate and I absolutely just love her business so much. She took on the challenges and she absolutely smashed it. If you guys do end up ordering anything, please do send me a picture either on Instagram or to my email address, because I'm just so obsessed with her work and I'm so excited to see what kind of weird things you guys come up with, because I can imagine the plethora of custom orders you ghouls with spooky imaginations can come up with. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, I will leave everything that you need down in the description below. If you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, unless you have vitamin D deficiency, and I will see you really soon. Bye!